Wait, can you hear me now? I hate this audio setup. I hate it. You guys should be able to hear me now. I'm gonna start seeing comments in a second. I know it. I think you should be able to hear me. You should be able to hear me and hear the mic. I wish I had a better monitor, audio monitor. All right. Yeah, all right. Good. All right, so today we're going to be doing some work on Port LA. You guys remember this one? It's been a while since we worked on this one, so we're gonna do some stuff with this just because I've been feeling kind of uninspired lately to do some other stuff. So whenever I feel uninspired to work on like the P&B or another project or something like that, it's nice to come over to this one and work on something extremely tedious. And we'll get into that in a second, I guess. Tedious being that there's just so much detail here in terms of like road markings that we can do, the way that this flows, all these containers that we have to put down and that sort of thing. So we're going to try to make a little bit of progress. I'll probably stream for maybe an hour to 2 hours, like 4 or 5 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock now, so we'll see where the day goes. I'm gonna try sitting up a little bit here. Take my chair out of recline. Sit up like a man. Might have to adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. I got my camera kind of like balanced between my two monitors, so it might fall down at some point, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if I get my mic into like a good position. Yeah, that feels kind of comfortable. Been a while since I streamed, like a public stream, I think. Just gotta turn down the music in my ears a little tiny bit. There we go. All right, so here's what we're gonna do today. Over in this area here, I want to retexture this because this is, well, I don't know. It's not a bad texture, but maybe it just looks really boring because there's not any detail around, but it's awfully gray. So what I want to try to do today is over here, let's look at the UTM tile. In this area over here, there is a highway that comes onto this man-made island here, and there's an overpass over the tracks, and then it comes down over here. So I want to try to make that work and see how we can kind of come up with a solution for that. And what I would like to do is connect this road down this way. It kind of goes, oh, there's another road over here actually. So I want to try to connect up some of these roads a little bit and see if we can make some sense of that. I want to see, where's the button? If you guys can see Google Earth. There we go. So we can kind of maybe switch between Google Earth and Trainz a little bit so that way we can kind of get an idea of what we're doing here. But here's the overpass. We're going to try to recreate this and get the roads down and maybe some of these buildings in here. We'll see how much progress we can make in about an hour or 2 hours. There's also this roadway, which is kind of cool, along the side here, along the coast. And if I go into Street View, this looks like it might be kind of cool to model. This is not Street View. This is awful. Hold on. Google, what are you doing? Oh my God. Jeez. Let's try that again. Street View. There we go. So this actually looks like it might be kind of a cool spot to try to model today, where you got this highway that goes right between the water and the train tracks, and it looks like there's like a pull-off over here, maybe for like fishermen or for people who just want to kind of chill out over here. I don't know, but I would like to try to maybe model that a little bit today. But it just seems like a really cool scene, like the contrast between this sort of pull-off area on the right-hand side and then the industrial stuff on the left-hand side. So we're gonna try to do that a little bit. Let's get out of this view. All right, let's go back to Surveyor. Get that out of my way. Just want to make sure that you guys are actually seeing the game and not something else that one of these other screens. All right, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, and we're Trainz 2019, by the way, and this is the what is this? What am I trying to say? Trainz Plus. This is the Trainz Plus version. Peeking over at the chat. Are there road markings that say keep clear? I think there are. I believe that there are. All right, so let's see. First thing I want to do is find a highway that we're going to use. And on the Rochester division, I don't even remember what I used. We might have to jump over to the Rochester division just to see what I used over there. All right, let's see. There's so many different yarn roads. There's these yarnish ones, the regular ones. So let's see, that's one that we could possibly use here. That's not a highway. I don't want to fully... Oh, this is a nice large one. I don't want to fully, like, hand make all of the roads. Like, particularly like a highway is just too much. Just lay out a couple of these. Get an idea. What is this? Invisible road. So what we'll do is we'll use these yarnish overpasses for the main overpass, and then we'll do like hand laid roads for everything else because I'm a madman like that. These are invisible roads. L2, we want something like L6. That's a nice big one. So is that. What I don't understand with this one, why this is like blank. That's an awfully big lane. Sidewalk, bridge. There's almost like, to me, it feels like there's redundant assets in here, but maybe they have some subtle differences. For example, like this one here, L6D309 SP4. And then what's this one? This one's also 09 SP4. So these must be made just by different people. I'm not really sure. Let's look at the CUID. 506208. I don't know why those are different, but this looks like it is a, let me look at Google Earth really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like it's about a 4-lane highway. So I don't think we need to use anything like this. So we'll get rid of that. So it might be a combination of this one and this one. We'll get rid of that. These are the ramps. All right, so let's just start with this and see what we get. This is relatively straight to about here. We'll see how this is gonna work. I don't know. I'm not super confident on my road making abilities when it comes to this sort of thing. And again, I'm not going for like, come on. I said, grab, give me this. Not trying to make it exact, but, you know, always strive to get it as close as possible. Trainz 2019 is really finicky with splines. Like, I'm hitting the straighten tool and I'm clicking on this spline and it's not doing anything. Why is that? What's the problem? Yeah, I gotta say that I'm not particularly happy with this version of 2019. It's quite buggy. If I can't straighten this, then there's no point in doing this at all. Let's try to bring it down this way. That down to ground level. Straighten. Why is it not working? I'm clicking like a madman here. Let's delete that. Is it just this one spline? Let's try this one. So it's just this spline is just not behaving properly. All right. So this is bridge L109. What was the difference between this one? What's that? Okay, bridge O1 L4. I think there's another version of it. This one won't do it either. All right, so I guess that rules that out. I'm not going to be using those. Oh, this game is such a headache. Get rid of that. Hello, hello, hello to everybody who's saying hi to me in the chat there. I'm not trying to ignore you, but I'm trying to work here. All right. I guess let's just try it with this road then, since the straighten seems to work on here. Maybe this is what we want anyway, because it's much larger. Let's see, it looks like it starts to curve somewhere up here. Let's just delete that. All right, so we're gonna apply the height here. I don't know if that's the right height. I'm just kind of spitballing it for the moment. Looks kind of low to me. Let's grab one of these double stack consists that we got. One of these guys. Oh wait, it's gotta, hold on, it's gotta compile the shaders. I can't do anything yet. Gotta compile all the shaders. I'll just look at the chat while this compiles the shaders. If it has a yellow spline point, you can't straighten it. Interesting. Use the bridges for the straight parts, but then regular splines to make the curves. Interesting. That is not something I knew. All right, let's see what these look like. Yeah, I'd say the clearance is a little tight there. Is this, so yeah, what is this road then? Is this an actual bridge? This isn't a bridge. Here's my other issue. I use the Git tool, and it doesn't actually highlight. Look at this. It doesn't highlight the asset. There it goes. So this is not a... I gotcha. I see what I did here. That is not a bridge, so I need to find whatever this is called, but as a bridge. L6, let's try this. L6 bridge. I got you guys, I got you. So I gotta use that. But now I can't, you're telling me that I can't use the straighten tool on these. Well, that's annoying. That's ridiculous. So then, if that's the case, how do I want to deal with that? Because this, yeah, right, yeah, this is just a highway. There's no, there's no nothing there. So then let's, oh man, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Let's delete this. And of course you can't actually connect the stupid spline points, you know. God forbid you'd be able to actually connect spline points properly in this stupid game. So that would be our, I gotcha. So we'll have, this is, oh, come on, what? So we'll have to figure out how we're gonna make that match. But that's all right, that's just a little problem to solve. Not a big deal, we need to go way higher though. Let's see what this looks like. Too high, that's a little too high. Maybe we go to 16. Maybe we do 15. Let's see what 15 looks like. Yeah, I'd say that that's probably acceptable, right? Probably, all right. Hold on, getting a text message. It's probably important. Nope. All right, so we got that. Oh my God, Andrew. All right, so at least that's the same with the road. I don't really know what the scoop is with these 3 lanes, how, like, what that's all about, but whatever. We'll play. We'll make it work. Let's look at this pathway here really quick. And then this kind of just turns back into the regular highway. So I don't know if I'll hand lay this section or I'll just use the spline. We'll need to decide that. I have to add a couple spline points here, of course, so that it doesn't go underground. Make sure that's straight. All right, so what is... Yeah, I might just end up hand laying these, but we'll use them just as a placeholder for now. Just so we know like where we're going with all this, because we're gonna have to add. Looks like there's like exit ramps and on ramps and stuff like that all around here, so we're gonna mess with that. 87 people watching, awesome. Hello everybody, hope you're having a happy Friday. Sorry for no video this week or last week. Did I have a video last week? I don't think I did. Had a family emergency, had to run out of town and deal with, so I haven't been able to keep up with that, and I haven't really been particularly inspired to do any other building or anything like that in the meantime, so it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That's life. So let's look at Google Earth really quick. And I don't know how much of a read I'm gonna get off of this, but I just want to see like what this ramp, the highway looks like, if it's got like fill underneath it or if it's just if it's got supports. It's hard to tell. Oh, I wonder if I could go, is there a street view over here? Maybe we can look. All right, so it's just open. I'll move down this way. Oh, the train's in the way. Oh no. All right, so we're not gonna get any other view of that. All right, let's go back over to the game. Surveyor. So, I don't know how I'm going to make that work, but I could do... Oh, I know what I could do. All right, hold on. Let's do this really quick. We're going to save. I got to run over to the Rochester build really quick. Because I can't remember what the assets were that I used to make my own bridges. I think this is it. All right, let's look at the chat while this loads. Where did I get the jointed rail TRC railroad crossing guards that I put on the P&B? I think those were from Ryan's Trainz, which I don't know if the website still works or if it's still up, but we have permission to distribute them from what I understand, but I think it's Ryan's Trainz. But I mean, you can go into Content Manager and look yourself, you know, look at the QID. The QID. Oh my god, this game is so slow. We wait. I just gotta go in and look at these. There we go. I gotta go over to Goodman Yard and look at the... where are we here? Look at what I did with the bridges, because this bridge in Goodman Yard, this one, I handmade 100% of it. But I can't remember what the assets were, so let's see. Sam Bridge. So this is just like a girder piece. Control space. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to show the search filter. I actually probably already have them in my pick list. Maybe not. Sam Bridge. And then, hello, click. Where is it? It's this pavement marking, not the marking, but it's the asphalt underneath. There it is. That's what I want. This one. And can I get underneath here? I think that's all I need. The main thing is the Sam Bridge support pieces. I did the same thing over here. Yeah, so let's just try to use that. Go back to Port LA. Where did I get the 30-foot power poles? I have no idea what you're talking about, my buddy. No idea. Where's Port LA? There we go. All right, so because I like giving myself as much of a headache as possible, we'll try to do this. I'm not gonna do too much of it, but I always say that. It's a lie. I'm gonna do too much of it. But this is the creative process, I guess, or it's just the process. I don't know if you could call it the creative process. And then we'll add bridge supports, obviously. Gotta have the bridge supports. Sweet, that looks good. Why is there kind of like an arch in the middle is my question. Oh, I guess because... How can I get rid of that? Maybe if we put a spline point here. Might be able to fake it a little bit. All right. That might work. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but whatever. We're playing. We're experimenting here. That's the fun. That's the fun of this game. For me, at least. It's doing things like this. Figuring things out like this, at least. And I'm sure that I could do better, too. So let's see. As long as we match up the spline points, everything else should match just fine. Of course, we will have to fine-tune everything, because that's just how it works. Drop that down. Because if it's not like the same exact length or anything also, then that gives some issue. Get right underneath. Try to avoid any gaps. I don't really see any gaps, so I'd say that that's good enough. And then what we could do is just add the whatever ramp things, supports. Spline point, hell yeah. I mean, this is just it's just my life. Yarn support. So I think we could use these. I guess probably this big chunky one. Oh. We'll see how that looks. What's the rotation? I think the rotation is almost spot on, 89.6. Let's get it into the right height. All right, well, sure. Works for me. So we'll just do a couple of these really quick. One here. 89.6. Do one somewhere. Maybe right about here. And then, sure, why not? And then we'll do another one over here. I'm not going to measure these things out. I never measure any of this stuff. I probably should if I really wanted to be thorough with my builds and that kind of thing and more realistic. I'm sure there's people out there that are just flipping out that I'm not measuring anything and just going to eyeball it. I don't care. It's just a model, dude. It's just a model. Doesn't have to be perfect. Although if it's like way off, that'll bother me too. So maybe we'll move this one like up to here. Sure. And then I wanna work on the road below. Get that lined up. All right. Rocking. All right, we got it. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's take a quick look at the UTM tiles again. We got kind of a fun looking intersection that we could try to work on a little bit here. I can't really tell what's going on exactly. Let's go over to Earth again. And just see if we can kind of figure out what's going on. So it kind of looks like it spreads out, and you got traffic to go to the left, and then traffic to go to the right. This is a really just sloppy satellite imagery here. So it looks like we got 2 lanes here, maybe 2 lanes going up this way. So we'll just kind of eyeball that. We got another little toll booth thing here. Okay, let's try to figure that out then. Where are we? So I think we'll do these Jersey bumpers, because I think that's kind of like what's right here. So we'll use this to begin to outline what's going to become an absolutely ridiculous intersection. Kind of just rough it in. And see, oh man, I'm already losing track of like what's where here. All right, so we've got, I just have to laugh at what I'm doing here. Double yellow. So that looks like it goes this way. And again, this is all just going to be really rough for the moment. White solid. Comes Jersey Transit outside. So how are we gonna make this work? Let's grab this. Kind of looks like it might go something like that. Again, just trying to guesstimate some of this. It's never going to be perfect because we don't have all of those assets to make it exactly what it would look like in real life. So we're just going to try to get it as close as possible. And then I'm just going to kind of connect this over to here. Yeah. So we'll just put that there. This here. Straighten that. Not gonna get this exact, obviously, because this road is not. Although, actually, dare I? No, I can't. I was gonna say I could hand lay this road down here where it sort of splits out and widens. That might just be suicide though. So I'm not gonna do that. Better concrete barriers and bumpers. Are they a spline though? I know that there's some other Jersey barriers, but are they let's see, what's his code? 334. Yeah, maybe I don't have them installed in 19. I could try to install them really quick. If they're on the DLS, then we could do that. These ones aren't too bad though, but let me look at the DLS really quick. Download station. Let's see. All I'm seeing on the DLS are some of these CUK ones. Let me type in the QID that you posted in there. Come on, download station. What do you have to pre-cache the download station now too? Jeez. No, I don't get that. It doesn't come up for me on the DLS. Maybe I have it installed actually. What, I didn't even search the Kuwait here. Oh, I do have that. Okay. How does it look? Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, it is pretty nice actually. I don't know. Do we use the SoCal ones or? I guess we could always swap them out. I'm gonna stick with the ones that good suggestion. I'm gonna stick with these ones that I already started with, but let's just stick with these ones for now. All right, so essentially we would have a couple lanes going to the right, a couple lanes going to the left. Some kind of a barrier here, so I think I'm just gonna reuse, unless somebody knows of a better one, this entrance gate thing here. So we'll just slap that down there as a placeholder for a moment. We'll kind of just build around that, because this looks like it would be like another one of those little Tollboothy things, like what we have. Oh, the panning in this version of 2019 is so slow. It looks like it would be another one of these sort of Tollboothy things, but I don't know if any of that are small enough. Like, this is a big looking thing, so we'll just use this for now. So we'll start with this. There was another... Was there like a guard booth? This one's a bit smaller. This is a different one. Maybe we'll use this one actually. Let's use this one for now. Get that lined up so it's parallel. Maybe we can move it like down here a little bit. All right. Oh, these headphones are giving me a headache. Hold on one second. Oh, squeezing my head. All right, that's a little better. I need to get new headphones. These are so bad. They're so busted. They're so beat. All the padding is like falling off. The wire is shorts out. It's just garbage. So we got that. So maybe this would be the outbound. So we've got kind of inbound traffic would come through the little guardhouse here, and then maybe this would connect over here. Again, we're gonna have to just take some artistic license with this and just kind of make it work. I'm pretty good at doing that. I would say that this is probably at least 2 lanes. That would be my guess. One lane would go off to the right here, and then we would have one lane would probably go sort of straight. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I'm gonna have to just pick something and just kind of go with it. So let's do this. Oh my god, what did I get myself into? Let's straighten that piece. I'm gonna do something like that. Hello everybody just joining, welcome to the stream. This is a No Friday video stream party. Hope to get back to some normalcy soon. Single broken. No, we want single solid. So let's just start kind of spitballing this out. Greetings from Hungary. What's up, buddy? Benchy? Probably butchered your name. Sorry. Right, so then we have... Let me think about this for a minute. I want to choose my... I'd like to use the... Where is it? This one. But I don't think it's going to be wide enough to sort of delineate a, like a little island, I guess you would call it. Like a curb island. I don't know if I want to use that. I think we could probably make do with this. So we would... Oh, hello. What we want to do... I'm just going to do this as measurement here. Let's delete that, and then... oh my god, what am I trying to do? We're going to do this. Do we have 2 lanes going this way? Sure. What are they going to do? Merge? Where do they go? They go this way. Whatever happened to the Rigby Yard build? Somebody always asks me this, like, almost every stream. The route just, it got corrupted, so I couldn't bring myself to rebuild everything that I had already done. So at this point, it's just been shelved. I would love to get back into it, but I just don't foresee myself doing it anytime soon, because I really would love to model the main central again. But at this point, I just have my hands full of too many other things, and I'm just not feeling it right now to get back into it. So it's just been shelved for a bit. Maybe one day I'll get back into it. I just have my eyes on other projects, and just not feeling the motivation to do that. Rebuilding that whole yard again would just be too much. Too much for me. So let's see. I need to see what I'm doing here. We're gonna have this lane is just gonna go to the right. So let's ignore the... We're gonna have to ignore the UTM tiles for a minute. What we really want is to use these as our reference points. All right, that looks good. And then, so I guess this would turn into 2 lanes into 3 lanes? Sure, why not? We're just kind of making this up a little bit as we go. Oh, lordy. This will be good. This is going to be fine. Don't worry. It's all going to look good. So, because we're using these as reference points, we can go up to here and up to here. Because these 2 lanes on this side are going to go to the left. This one is going to go to the right. So let's do this. Try to delineate this a little better. And we'll straighten that. And then this would turn into... This would turn into this right here. Marissa Thompson, my son Andrew John is 5 and is so excited to watch you live today. Oh, well, hello, Andrew John. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to hang out for a little bit. Hopefully we can have some fun and make some progress today. But we will see. I think I might be in over my head. Whoops, don't want to grab that one. I want that to be straight. All right, whatever. We're gonna, you know what? Let's do this. They don't need to be connected. Why am I trying to connect them? That doesn't need to be connected. So we can kind of, oops, that's not supposed to be straight. Follow that curvature there. I don't know. Why am I doing this? Sure, why not? This is just perfect. We might switch some of these out with dotted lines and stuff like that. So, we'll come back to that. Your interview was great with At the Rail Yard. Props to you. How do you feel about the podcast? I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't listened to the whole thing back. I started to, and I really can't listen to myself talk like that. So I've been listening to it in like 10-minute chunks and then turning it off. So I honestly haven't listened to the whole thing yet. But so far, from what I've heard from it, I think Nick did a pretty good job producing it, and props to him. I'd like to check out some more of his stuff, because honestly, up until he contacted me to do that interview, I hadn't heard of At the Rail Yard, so that was all new to me as well. But it sounds he does a pretty good job, I think. I think he should keep it up. It's good to have other creators out there that are doing different things. I never really thought about, what a railroad themed podcast might look like, but I think he does a pretty good job with it. It's an interesting take. How do I usually do these roads? Where do I line them up? Do I line them up from the edge of this? I think I do. I think I do it this way. Feels a little tight to me, but let's just hide those spline points for a second. This is just looking absolutely terrible. I don't like this at all. Let's do this. It's awful. This is just awful. It's my own fault, though. I blame nobody but myself for getting into this. So let's start from the inside. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a little bit, so I'm kind of rusty at the moment, so bear with me. So we're going to do, let's delete the dotted lines in the middle. Let's get rid of that. Now, here's what we're going to do. If this is a lane coming off of here, I just got to focus a little bit. If this is a lane coming off of here, right? Let's just line this stuff up a little bit better. Let's be better about this. Let's think this through. So go right to the edge of the spline point. Let's keep this just one lane. I think the problem is that I'm too focused on this. I'm too focused on what it really looks like, what the UTM tile is. So let me forget about that. Let's forget about the UTM tile. Let's focus on actually making this a semi-functional looking exit ramp, I guess. So now let's take these and start sliding them over. Let's get rid of this. Forget that. Get out of the way. Let's slide this over. So now we've got a lane. We've got an exit lane. Bada bing, bada boom, right? Let's get rid of this. No, actually, I don't want to get rid of that. Jason Pelton from Toronto. Hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Easter 11. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. All right, let me hide that for a second. I gotta think. Thinking is hard sometimes. So if we got that, this should be straight. There we go. So now we got a nice curvature there. So what do we want to do? We want 2 lanes. Let's do that. 2 lanes going in this direction, right? Let's just move that out of the way. Move this out of the way. You know what? Let's just delete these. Forget it. I don't want them anymore. So we will do this. 1. This is how we're going to do it. 2. All right, so then we can have a total of 3 lanes, I think, by the end of this. Maybe 4. Great. We got that. Now we're going to go like this. I don't even know if this is all parallel to each other. So we'll find out very soon, I'm sure. All right, so now we can kind of come out this way with the edge of our, what's going to be our triangle island. We could bring this back. Fabulous. Love it. So let's look at the F9 UTM tiles really quick, just to get an idea of what happens over here. I have no idea what to make of any of this. I might have to look at Google again. What I'm gonna do is grab my Jersey barrier, because that's what this looks like, which would make perfect sense. All right, B to straighten, A to add. Great, fabulous. I wish this advanced tab would just stay open. I feel like it used to do that at one point, but maybe not. I'm using hotkeys a little bit here and there, by the way. If you don't see me like select something, it's just for my ease of use. I think we have too many spline points here. Whatever, it doesn't have to be, there we go, that's looking better. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect. We are still just sort of roughing in this nightmare here. So one thing at a time. All right. So this looks like we might be able to have another lane here. I don't really know if I want to do that. So what we'll do, let's plan for 3 lanes over here. This is almost always how I do this. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done eventually. So that's 1, 2, 3. Bada bing, bada boom. Good. Great. All right. So we've got kind of an idea of where the road is going to go. It's not going to be exact, but we can at least get some idea of the width of the road. I don't know, maybe it's not a good idea to have that straight. We'll figure it out as we go. So this, again, is just to sort of at least get the shape of our road somewhat in, I don't know, making some degree of sense. And move these containers out of the way. So one thing I found out actually was thanks to Model Trainz Projects, I think is his username, or his YouTube name. Model Trainz Projects? Model Trainz something. He sent me a graphic that that showed, like, it was like an aerial graphic like this. And it showed like where, or like what containers would be in each section here. So I kind of outlined those. I guess down here you'd have the Hanjin, the K-Line, and Yangmin, and Costco would be down here. And then up here is APL, and then a few other ones which I haven't been able to find containers for yet. So I kind of just dropped those down. I guess there would be like, you know, mostly those kicking around in that area. So if we're going to try to make this somewhat prototypical, we might as well just do something like that. All right, so we've got 3-ish lanes going on here. Maybe what we should do is connect them somehow. Maybe we will straighten that just for the sake of having some clean curves. Maybe these go this way, actually. Everything kind of... Well, you know, we could go if that's going to divide. How would we want to do that? So if this goes to here, and that goes to there. We could just bring this up to here and just call it a one big... Yeah, whatever. And we can fill that in with that other sidewalk. And that kind of works. That would be like, you know, just one big long division thingamajig on-ramp. I don't know what the right terminology is for that, but you get what I'm trying to say. And then I would probably go something like this. I don't know. We'll work that out. Cool. All right, so then we've got more of a mess to deal with over here. So we got like one ramp there. Looks like there's 2 over here, 2 lanes. Actually, that can connect up to here. And of course, I'll swap out some of these for like the dotted lines and stuff like that. Once I get this done, because I see the viewership is going down, so that means that this is probably boring. Once that gets done, we could do a little bit of track work up this way and do some actual train sort of things. But for those people who are just tuning in to hoping to see some actual train stuff. What are we doing here? Because I know I tend to work on these really ridiculous and sometimes tedious and boring projects that don't really interest everybody. So I do apologize, but I gotta do stuff for me too sometimes, you know? And I like doing this kind of stuff. It's kind of sick, actually. But it's fun. I don't know. I enjoy it. Sorry if you don't. All right, so then this would be for traffic going this way, right? Fix your highways. Yeah, I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Eventually, I'll probably just get burned out on doing this and be like, you know what? Let's just not. I like these road markings, these new ones that who is it? Felix? Felix at Jointed Rail is working on. Haven't been released yet, but nice turn only. I almost said signs, road markings. They look just really great. Nice weathering and all that fun stuff. All the things I so desire. And then this would be a right only. Cuckoo. Maybe we could do something over here really quick. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll do, let's just do the Jersey barrier might be better. Let's come off the side of the building. Let's see, how long have we been streaming here for? Been streaming for an hour. Wow, I've been staring at this for an hour now? Oh my God. All right, cool. Let's just do something like this. But bing. Straighten that, straighten that. Bring that to there. Oh, are these? Oh, maybe not. I was gonna say, is there some kind of directionality with these? But I guess not. They're pretty symmetrical. We'll just throw one of those there. Fabulous. Looks great. Great work, approach. Yeah. The turn-only road markings are not released yet. They're a JR, like, work in progress kind of deal. So hopefully they'll be out someday, but not right now. Not yet. All right, so we need one of these. Right, that would probably go something like this. And this would have to be 2 lanes. See, now we're starting to get somewhere. Now I'm feeling good. So what I'm gonna do is connect that to there. I'm just gonna delete it. It's just a reference point. That didn't really stay lined up, but that's okay. And now we'll have like our two roads kind of coming up through here, right? So we'll have 2 lanes like this. All right, and those 2 lanes are gonna go straight across. I like things to be lined up. Let's line these up a little bit better. Even though in real life, you know, there's none of these are ever gonna be perfect, none of these lines. Yeah, all right, now I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And then this would probably go something like this, and then we probably would have a lane going like this over here to wherever this ramp is, right? And then this would probably be like this just kind of rough that out. I'm gonna change the music in a second here. I could use something a little more upbeat. All right, let me save that. The back shops, there you go. Go over to the back shops. They've got some good stuff there. All your Trainz needs. Thebackshops.com. Let's get rid of that. Straighten that. There we go. Cool. All right, we can kind of move some of these barriers around a little tiny bit. Do something like that. All right, let me, I just saved this. Let me just change the music here. What do we want to listen to? What genre? Let me see. This was just jazz, like... Oh, I guess this was like just the overarching jazz. Let's do, let's see how this is. 80s rock. Oh, it's all Christmas music. Come on with this. All right, we'll see how this is. All right, sure. All right, what am I doing here? F9, I just got to get an idea of what I'm looking at here. All right, so we got 2 lanes coming out of this thing. Or should it be 3, because one of them is going to go off to the side, right? Or would it just be 2? Can you hear the music or not? I can hear the music. It's very 80s. All right, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm like losing my train of thought. Train of thought's derailing here. I'm gonna have 3 lanes coming out of here, right? All right, we're almost done with this section. Let me just delete that, get that out of my way. Hopefully these aren't like too narrow, these roads. Let me double check that with one of these guys. I think it should be fine because this is usually the formula that I go with. Rotate, it's so slow. Yeah, I mean, that seems all right. Got like trucks going out there. I would say that that's probably fine. It might be a little narrow around the bend here. I don't know. I'm not going to get too concerned over it. You want me to turn up the music? All right, I'll turn it up 10%. I mean, it's not, you're not supposed to like, the music's not supposed to be like overbearing or anything like that. It's just it's really just a sub track. What do they call it? Here we go. So let's see, we'll keep this a little bit wider. Let's just match that up. I gotta change out these ground textures though, man. They're really driving me nuts. Is this straight? Yeah. Why does this seem so narrow right here? Maybe we should bring this back a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Straighten this out too. There we go. It's not looking too bad. Move this here. I kind of feel like maybe this is some kind of some sort of an entryway. F9 again here, just to get an idea. Oh, yeah, maybe this is just like a little entrance to whatever this building is over here. This looks sloppy though. Is that an extra spline point or is it? No, it just needs to be adjusted. Maybe one more spline point. More splines does not always equal a smoother turn. If anything, it makes it more lumpy. I think the problem is this needs to be straightened. Yeah, there we go. Probably needs to be a little bit wider. Straighten that again. That feels all right. Yeah, this was like this still looks really sloppy. There we go. So let's just put some road markings down just for fun. Just to help guide the eye. Something like this. Something like this, but less sloppy. Oh, I know this song. I used this in one of my videos. All right, there we go. And then, or would that be, I don't know if that'd be a yellow line. It might be. Somebody disliked the video because they don't like watching somebody who plays trains just work on roads. It's fine. Can't please everybody. If you don't like it, don't watch, that's all. But I don't care, I don't take it personal. Hello! Oh man, what's going on here? We gotta add a straight piece, and I think we gotta delete this. I don't know. That looks kind of alright. Here, we can move this up. I don't like it when it doesn't stay parallel enough. I don't know, guys. I don't mind that. I think that's looking kind of cool. I don't hate it. If I had one thing to say to a new Trainz builder, what would it be? Oh man, that's a great question. I think it's just it's easy to get really overwhelmed with this game, but you have to just sort of stay focused and, you know, don't give up on whatever it is you're trying to build, because I get a lot of messages from people saying like, oh, I tried building XYZ and now I'm overwhelmed and I give up. It's like, just keep going. Just, why are you, what is it that makes you want to give up? The fact that it's taking too long, or what? Like, you're not going to get any better unless you practice, right? So I always say, hold on, I can't concentrate with lyrics. Does this have lyrics? This has lyrics too. Next one. I always say that, you know, getting good or decent at route building or just doing anything in this game is very similar to anything else that you want to get good at. If you want to get good at basketball, you got to play every day. You got to practice. You have to take some time out of your day, and you're going to be terrible the first time that you play. You're probably not going to do very good for the first 6 months that you play, but the more that you play, the better that you're going to get. But you're not going to just wake up one day and be an NBA player. You got to practice. You got to spend a lot of time, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to come easy, and you just have to try to learn from your mistakes. Same thing with like playing guitar or playing drums or playing like any kind of musical instrument. It takes a ton of time. You're not going to wake up and be good at it, but people who get into trains and get into like model railroading in general, we all do it because we want to run the trains. We want to play with the trains. So I think a lot of people lose focus really quickly because they want to just get things running. They want to start switching cars and stuff like that, and they lose focus on this, what I'm doing right here. This is the fun part, is building this stuff. Of course I like running trains too, but you know, there's also this aspect of it. So I think a lot of people get kind of lost in the minutia of building it because they just want to run the trains, and then the appeal is gone because they have to wait 6 months to, you know, get a route halfway functional. You know, like I have no desire to run anything on this route right now, so I'm really enjoying just building it and making it look really cool. That's the part of the hobby that I really enjoy. But, you know, somebody who's new coming into this game, just stay focused on it. It's going to be frustrating. I mean, I get frustrated with the interface in this game a lot of times, but you just got to keep working towards it. Without using a film reference. Yeah. I gotta put down a different road texture here. This one's just driving me nuts. There we go. All right, now that feels more like a road. All right, there's only a couple more things I want to do on this little section here, I think. Yeah, patience. When you're trying to build something, it's all about patience. Look at what I'm doing right now. Like, this is probably the most ridiculous, like, unnecessary thing that you could possibly do in this game, and it's extremely time consuming, and I don't know, it's just, yeah, patience. You just need patience. All right, so, oh man, what am I doing here? I think the other thing is you have to get comfortable with imperfection. A lot of imperfections in what you're doing are actually like characteristics that people might look for, like something that, like, for example, I get really hung up on making sure all these lines are like straight and parallel and stuff like that, but that's not really how it is in real life. But I get really stuck on like making sure everything is straight and lined up, because that's like an OCD thing for me. However, you know, if I just kind of like let it slide a little bit where the road isn't perfect or whatever, like some of these lines don't work, they don't blend properly or whatever it might be, it actually might look better because it's more realistic like that, but I might not be able to appreciate that right away, you know? So something that might be really irritating for a little while might actually, like, the flaws might actually end up being, you know, the thing that actually is not a bad thing. Okay, let's... How do I want to do this? I'm going to do something that's going to be really annoying. Oh, wait, we're going to do... Two lanes going that way. Right, there was going to be another lane over here. I forgot about that. So let's just do this really quick. You guys are you're gonna love what I'm about to do. You're gonna love it. Because these guys, that would go to the left, that would go to the left. Let me just... Let's see, left only. This is... These arrows are almost just to help me remember exactly what the heck I'm trying to do, too. They're almost mental notes. There we go. So let's see, those are gonna go that way. Let me get rid of that. Oh, actually no, I don't want to get rid of that. I want to put a spline point here. Delete this. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this exactly. What do I want to do here? Let's get rid of that, actually. So I think if this is going in... What we want is this one side lane here, this one, to sort of go up and split into these two. So maybe we put a little barrier thing here. Oh my god, my shift button is something's wrong with it. It doesn't work. Just gonna do something like this. Oh, it looks like maybe we're back now. I might need to plug in my... I'm going wireless right now, so I might need to plug in. Trying to monitor things. Looks like we're back in. All right. All right. Good. All right. What are we doing? We're gonna go. Just delete that for a second. Let me know if it starts being kind of weird again. Luckily, OBS like has like a little pop-up that's like, your stream is reconnecting. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this here. What do I want to do? This is, I feel like no matter what, it's gonna be kind of awkward. do that. So I guess we'll probably go something like this, right? And then oh yeah, this is turning into spline point hell real quick. Okay, let's delete that there. We'll make this straight, and then we can kind of get like a decent angle going on there. And then let's do one of these. Nope, not that. Single broken. I don't know. I'm kind of just winging it with with this. Maybe we don't want to do that. Let's do this. Yellow. Give me the yellow one. Yellow single solid, not offset. Just want the connect it to that. Just want to see here. What I'm really trying to go for. Doing a really terrible job at it. Oh man. Hold on, bear with me here. Or would this be white? I don't know. I'm like really... Whatever. Let's just make it white. I think you guys kind of know what I'm going for here. Oh man, melt my brain doing this. Bring this up. Straighten. All right, it's whatever. So what I'm trying to do is, where is it? I wanted to add this. This is really what I was going for. So let's just slap this down really quick. So the thing that I've been doing that's super irritating that you guys are gonna love to watch right now is this. I'll line them up better in a second. I'm just trying to get them down. I'm trying to do this quickly too because it's awful. It's just awful. Yeah, white markings are supposed to be for the right side, and then the left side is supposed to be yellow. But I get kind of like, what do you do when you split the road, you know, into multiple lanes like that? I don't really need that last one, do I? I don't even need this one. All right, so let's just take a quick hot second here. We'll just line this up as best as possible. I think I usually do this with the skinny lines too, and not these big chunky ones. Just using the parking line as an angle reference. Sounded like there was a freight train going by outside. I don't know what that was. Could have been thunder. I think we got a lot of thunderstorms in the area. Huh. Thank you, Logan. I think that's somebody's car out there making this like really rumbly noise, like a diesel. It's like a diesel car. All right. As soon as I'm done with this section, we're gonna absolutely take a break from doing this nonsense. Okay. Oh, no, don't delete that. Delete that. What does this look like? Disaster? Hey, doesn't look so bad. Great, so these lanes would go this way and go up here. Let's do a save. Because if I have to redo any of this, I'm gonna lose my mind. All right. How long have we been streaming here for? What time is it? 4:30? Hour and 36. All right, let's do, let's add some trees. Because I know over here, I'm not gonna do all the roads, but let's just throw some trees down just to add some greenery and kind of shake things up a little bit. We used this mulch thing last time, so we're gonna use that again here. And I'm fairly sure this just goes straight down here to about here. Sorry, this is probably the most boring live stream ever. Sorry. Let's grab some of these. Hi from England. Hello. Welcome. This music, I feel like I'm in like a Rocky movie. All right, let's add a couple of these. Try to get some like odd spacing. I don't really know enough about palm trees. I don't know anything about palm trees to know exactly how these would grow or what the spacing would be like or if these are even proper. No idea. What's up, Andrew? How's it going, buddy? All right, let's grab some of these little ones here. I need some water. Oh my gosh, my glass is there's so much condensation on it. There's a huge puddle on my desk. I've got the air conditioning on too. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's gonna definitely leave a nasty stain on my desk. All right. Did I ever watch Thomas the Tank Engine when I was younger? I did, of course. Of course I did. But that was back when they actually used, real models. It was like a real train set. And I think they did it with like, what, O-scale? But, I mean, I didn't watch a ton of it, but I definitely did watch it. I wouldn't say I was like obsessed with it or anything, but I did have like the little, when I was a kid, we had like this, it was like a rubber mat that you could like roll out. And it had the train tracks and like buildings and stuff like that. And then you could buy the actual plastic like structures to put on it. Like I remember one of them was like a roundhouse. I think the turntable and a roundhouse. And then there was like a little like waterfront thing. There were all these like little things like that. So I had that when I was a kid, and I had, you know, I didn't have a ton of the train cars or anything like that. I obviously had Thomas and maybe like one other engine and a couple of train cars. I don't really remember. Actually, when I was little, my dad had a VHS video camera, and I remember making little stop motion videos with my Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. I actually still have the tape. I think I have it here in my photo collection of stuff. But I would like set the camera to, you know, basically take a still frame for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then I would move the engine up like an inch, and then I would take another still frame, and then I'm moving up another inch. So I made my own little like stop motion things. It was awful. It was terrible. I had added my own sound effects. I had like a little keyboard that I added sound effects to. So yeah, I had that when I was little, but real life chooch outside. We got bi-level. Okay. Let's do something else with this right here. Let's see if we could do this waterfront a little bit. I do like this texture for pavement. Again, I'm not gonna kill you guys with a whole lot more of this road building, but I would like to do a little of this over here. Maybe we could find a couple buildings to put down too. That'd be probably a little bit more exciting. Like I said, I'll probably wrap this up in like another half hour or so. Oh, I hate doing textures on an angle. It's just, why is it so bad? All right, I'm gonna have to figure out how to better do this waterfront. Let's look at Google Earth for a second. Oh man, just to get an idea what this looks like. Looks like maybe there's a sidewalk there. That could help cover up I think there's a street view here, right? Yeah. Let's get a look at what this little side street looks like. Okay, so there's like a little sidewalk down there. So we got our palm trees. That's cool. Oh, there's shrubs too. We could add some shrubs. Yeah, all right, so there's a guardrail there too. So the guardrail goes up as far as where that sidewalk starts? Yeah. All right, cool. We'll do that. What am I doing? We gotta go back to Surveyor. So let's find a sidewalk that we like. You know what, let's look at some other sidewalks. I always just tend to use the same ones over and over again, so let's maybe find something new. Maybe we'll find something that we like. I do like these Sam ones. Let's just go through this list. These are roads. I think I'm crazy about, oops. This one doesn't look too bad, but this one's kind of nice. I don't mind that. Those don't look too great. Let's see what this one looks like. This one's kind of cool with like the ditch and the curb, but I think it's meant to go with like a certain road. So I'm not going to use that. Of course, I'm using the up and down arrows. Of course, I can only go down with the down arrows so many times before I'm hitting it right now. And then it stops. So I can scroll through like 10. And then it's like, nope. These ones are cool too, these Sam ones. I don't think they really fit this. But they got really nice, man, my nose is itchy. They got really nice textures on them. Sidewalk median, of course. Catch you later, LTG. Thanks for hanging, man. See you next time. There there's these ones. You know what? Let's what's this one? Oh, is this the one that I'm using? Yeah, I don't know. This one looks cool. Let's do this. I don't know how I'm gonna make this like a nice clean waterfront, but we'll figure it out. So I'm just gonna put down one of these road markings just as a reference point. We'll go up to the edge of that, and then we'll go to the edge of this. That way it's just... Yeah, so then we know that it's about 2 lanes wide. And again, this is just my technique for measuring the width of things. It's probably pretty lazy, but I don't care. It works. It works for my needs, at least. Can we use that? Okay, flatten that out. We delete that, and then in theory this should be wide enough for some parked cars and cars to drive through. Do I have cars, road stuff, trees, textures, details, buildings? I guess I don't have anything for cars, do I? I don't use 2019 enough to have established like a good pick list. What is it? The HP cars? Is it the stupid ones that we always use? Yep. All right, so let's just check. Yeah, that's definitely wide enough for a car to be parked on the side, and then something else to drive down. Oh, these cars look like they're 2 totally different scales, but that's okay. All right, so that's fine. Georgia Rail, catch you later. Thanks for hanging, man. Would I do a snowy route? I would love to do a snowy route. Just because I've never tried it, but I don't. The problem is that you don't really have a whole lot of assets out there to make that work. But I would definitely love to do that. I would love the challenge, but it would definitely be a real challenge. But I would love to do something. It would probably be some. It wouldn't be like Canada or Russia. It would be like the Northeast somewhere, because that's just. Born and raised in the Northeast, so it's just kind of ingrained in me. Is this a 5-meter grid or not? This must not be a 5-meter grid. It is a 5-meter grid. Oh, this is just terrible. Man, I don't know how we're gonna cover that up. Oh, I could, let me try, maybe this would be better. Yeah, now you're thinking, Joe. Now you're thinking. We'll just use this. It's just a blank road texture. Forget it. Forget the regular ground texture roads. We're gonna do this. Because I don't think we need to put any road markings down. And even if we do, it's fine. What height is this? Let's match this height. There we go. Yes. And then we can just put that right up to the edge. Yes. That is the answer. See, that's what I like about this game too, is that it's problem solving. Really gotta sometimes think about what you're trying to make. Think about what you got, what tools you got at your disposal. A narrow gauge route, yeah, I would love to do a narrow gauge route, but again, that kind of comes down to availability of assets. Like, shouldn't this be PBR? It says that this is PBR, and it definitely is not. Maybe did I turn off PBR textures? I don't know. Yeah, I would love to do a narrow gauge route, but the I just don't know of a lot of good assets for that. I don't even know if there's any good looking track or anything like that. But I would love to do that. I love those the O scale or S scale model railroads that people make, logging railroads that are like just like a shelf. But they're like super detailed to the point where like you look inside the sawmills and there's like dudes in there cutting logs and stuff like that. I love that. I think that is so cool. So I'd love to do something like that, but Again, I don't know that there's enough assets out there to really do something like that. Cool, I like that. Now, what kind of shrubs can we put underneath here? Let me look at Google Earth really quick. Because I am not a West Coast person. I know nothing about the West Coast. I've never even been to the West Coast, so I don't know what grows there. These just look like regular generic little shrubs. All right. Oh, there's a fly in here. Ugh, hate flies. How do flies get in your house, man? My windows are closed. Locked. Bush. I type in shrub and I get bush. I can't even see what these are. I wish the asset window had a white background. That would probably be helpful instead of something dark. Like the little preview window here. That would be fabulous. Like, I can't see any of this stuff. It's useless. All right, none of these are what I'm looking for. Not a single one of them. What do we got over here? No. Where's the square ones? Oh yeah, this is helpful. Let's just make something that's one-sided. Garbage. Did I already go through this list? Yeah, I guess I did. It's just a short list. Let me look at Google Earth really quick here. Yeah, build challenge is done. Because I can't keep up with all that. There's just too many different projects to balance. Because the problem is, I like to get really into whatever I'm working on, and if I have to keep jumping between one thing and then another thing, then I lose track of the assets that I'm using, and I can't really just can't really focus on it. I'm losing my train of thought here. What am I trying to do? We got the sidewalk. I don't have any shrubs to put there, so we're gonna have to just say forget that. What do we want to do? I don't know if I'm gonna do any of those flyways or anything like that today. Let's save our progress. Seasonal P&B would be cool. Yeah, I wish all these assets were seasonal, because that'd be nice. That would be helpful. All right, let's take a look here for a second. Why am I keep getting text messages? What is going on here? Hold on one second. All right. Do I want to do? What do you guys think over in the chat? What should we do? I don't want to bore you with more of this road stuff. So what else on this map would be something that might be interesting for you guys to watch for another couple of minutes, maybe another 15, 20 minutes? Oh, right. I said maybe we could put down some buildings. Maybe we could do that. See if we could find some tanks to put around here. And whatever this stuff is here. It might not be a bad idea. I don't mind doing that. Yeah, this is a pretty big route. Obviously, this is probably one of those projects I'm never going to finish, but it's fun to work on. There's a lot. I don't even know what any of this is over here. There's like loop tracks, and it looks like it might be some kind of gravel industry or something. I don't know. I gotta do more research. Got like 1% of this possibly barely done. Yeah, I guess let's just place, let's do some, see if we can find some tanks, some stuff to put down. Where is that spot? Over here. See if we can find anything that's like halfway decent. Maybe start mocking up some of this stuff. All the track, because this is a DEM, all the track is laid out already, but the problem is, like, I have to go in and straighten it. Like, it looks like I didn't do any of this yet. But, like, this is kind of what it looks like when you, when you first port it in. Just the straight up DEM data. So, it's like the same thing with the Rochester build. I gotta go through and, like, straighten out the track. And, like, it's just, there's too many spline points. It just really roughs it in. And I think I only tweaked it up to about where we're working. Where are we? Looks like I kind of started over here, got some of this done, but it's a real pain in the neck. Now this is where I left off, actually. So the rest of this is all tuned up and cleaned up and stuff, but probably could be better. It's a real pain. It's a real pain. Where are we? All right, let's see. Tanks, that's a tank. I don't think that there's a whole lot of like really good looking tanks for 2019 right now. But I'm just gonna kind of, oh, that's awful. I'm just gonna throw some stuff down that sort of looks appropriate. And if it doesn't look too bad, then we'll leave it. I might need to get on the download station and download some more stuff because I haven't really done that too much with 19. What are these? The problem is the lighting engine is so different with Trainz 2019 that it makes some of the older assets look really bad. And even some newer assets, if they're not made properly, they just don't look super great. We need big tanks. Where's the big ones? These are all small. Tiny. Oh, we got the JR ones, of course. They're not bad. A little generic looking. No weathering on them or anything, which kind of stinks, but we gotta work with what we got. That's what we got. Oh. Oh, I'm not using any of this Tume stuff. A lot of this, I mean, you really have to kit bash it, I guess. You know, these things are ancient, but they work. Yeah, these are like from Trainz 12 or Trainz 10. I should get on Turbo Squid and see if I could find some tanks that aren't too high poly that maybe I could do something. Oh, we're compiling shaders. 2019 is all compiling shaders, and Tane is all pre-caching content. So we have to wait. We gotta play the waiting game. Yeah, I could play some containers. That's just gonna be so mind-numbing. I might have to like put on a podcast and do that. Oh, there we go. Finally, you caught up. What is this thing? All right. Did we already go through this list? I think I did. maybe not. Sometimes I can't tell. No, we didn't go all the way through this. Like when you get to the top and then or when you get to the bottom and it goes back up to the top. I don't like these ones with the brands all over them because I don't know what exactly wood is here. Just need some. It's just so. The brightness is so much. It's too much. But yeah, maybe I should go on Turbo Squid and see if I could find something that's low poly and easy enough for me to port into the game. Alright, so again, we're just gonna kind of mock some stuff up. I'm gonna just like roughly place where I think some of these things could potentially go. I don't know, maybe we'll grab this one and slap it down there. The other thing that there's like all over this route, you can kind of see them here. All these like trailers, I did place like a bunch of them over here, and these things are just all over the place on this island. So it was kind of a real pain to like line these ones up, but it definitely looks good. The orange ones kind of pop out a little bit too much, but I wish they were weathered. But whatever. Where are we? Coming back over here. Show those tapes. If I could find them, maybe. Maybe I'll put them up as like an Instagram story where it'll just disappear after a little while. That way it's not out there forever. What do we got here? This sort of looks like it would go here. I mean, it would be it would be super cringy, I'll tell you that. The old stuff, my old tapes. Probably about as bad as watching some of my first videos here. Excuse me. Where else we got tanks we gotta put down? I guess this is like a little industrial complex. Let me look at Google Earth really quick. Get out of the street view. Just want to get an idea of like what this is sort of looks like. All right, so yeah, it's like it's almost like a mini refinery or something. This might be kind of hard to put together with the tanks that I have right now. So maybe we might have to just say forget it about that for now. Just trying to see if there's anything else I could place down right now. I'm probably gonna just wrap this up in a second though, actually. Let me see, what time is it? So we've been streaming for exactly 2 hours. The other thing, I don't want to start placing too many containers down just yet because I don't know, like, oh, maybe we could put some stuff over here. I like getting the roads down first. I like getting the infrastructure down because that sort of defines where everything else goes, especially since I'm kind of like fudging things here and there. So, all right, let's see. Maybe we could do this. This looks like a little pipe refinery complex sort of doohickey. So, and this is right next to the roads that we're working on. So we can do a little something with that. Go back over to Surveyor. So let's get rid of this. I kind of have an idea of what I could use for there too. I think it was... I have to figure out what the assets are. These are so old, some of these. Where are we? I'm lost. There we go. Yeah, so there's like a little thing here, so we could maybe use some of these industrial plant assets. this thing for sure. I wish there was a couple more like crazy pipe towers like this. This is all stuff I've seen on Turbo Squid too, and this is definitely Trainz 2010. So I remember seeing it. I remember when it came out. But that's okay if it looks sort of acceptable here. You know, we can get by. We'll survive. It looks like that's lined up okay. I don't know if I want something this tall though, so let's just sort of drop it into the ground a little bit. Well, yeah, let's bring it down. Bring it to like here-ish. To a point where, well, maybe we don't want to do that because those stairs are gonna be kind of clipped. So forget that. Let's move this back over here a little bit. It's like some of these things, 270. You know, you can kit bash them pretty decently. You know, I don't know what this complex is supposed to be or what it's supposed to do, so it's kind of easy to fake it. Fake it till you make it. Let's rotate this also. Maybe this will go this way. That kind of looks like it would just be like, it's all just sort of tucked in this one little spot. Maybe we'll move that there. It's like a little condensed thing. I don't know. Let's maybe rotate this. Maybe, yeah, let's go this way. So this is like where that little turnoff is to come into here. So that's kind of interesting. I dig that. Let's bring that over. Maybe we'll try to like make it look like these pipes connect. Something like that. And then let's grab maybe a fence. How do we want to do this? I think we would go this way with it. The thing with this fence, and I'm still not sure if I like it or not, this mesh fence, is that the spline point is not at the end of it. Like the spline point is like this, at this pole right here. It's not at the very end. So I don't know. Sometimes I like that, and sometimes it gets a little irritating. But whatever. I've ever had something bizarre happen while making a video? No. I've had Premiere, you know, crash on me while I was in the middle of recording my voiceover, which is really irritating because I hate having to redo something, particularly when I'm talking. So I've had that happen, which is just, usually I'll like pretty much rage quit and be like, you know what, forget it, I'll do this again tomorrow. Because I can't stand that. If I have to kind of go back and like repeat something that I just said because the program crashed, then I'm like asking myself in my head, I'm like, did I say it better the first time? Or I'm trying to think of, you know, what I said the first time around. And then I, you know, half think of better way to say it, and then I just get kind of hung up. So if you didn't know, when I do my voiceover for my videos, I do it all in one take, and I don't do it with a script. I just totally just wing it. I don't wing it. I have a plan, of what I'm gonna say, but I don't script anything out, and I don't do any cuts. I literally will just talk, just like I am right now, and just keep going. I kind of like doing it that way because it allows me to be a little bit more like free form. But it wasn't always like that. When I first started doing my videos and stuff, I think my first bunch of videos I used a script because I couldn't really think on the fly, but I've gotten really good at it over the years, actually. Just kind of talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Which I don't know if that's a skill that too many other people really have, because it's not easy to just sit in a room by yourself and talk to yourself by yourself like you're talking to other people. Well, I'm glad you guys liked the Roundhouse episode. That's good. I was wondering what you guys would have thought about that. What are my thoughts on Train Sim World 2? I mean, I don't know. Did they have... I only like looked at like some teasers stuff, so I don't know anything about it. I mean, if they're gonna... What are they doing? They're improving the graphics and stuff like that? I mean, I don't know. Sounds like it'd be cool. I'm not against them, you know, trying to dial things up a little bit. Oh my gosh. Connect. If it allows them to make a better quality game, then it's cool. It's good for them. I have Train Sim World, Heavy Haul, and the Northeast Corridor one. And they're cool. I mean, I really enjoyed like running these routes that, particularly the Northeast Corridor, that I'm familiar with because I would take the Jersey Transit train on the Northeast Corridor. So that was kind of cool. And being able to like in a Penn Station and stuff. But, oh no. Oh, this might be it, boys and girls. My computer froze. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow. Is this still working? Oh my gosh. That was a big freeze. I don't know if you guys saw that on your end or what, but everything just locked up for a second. The thing with Train Sim World, I'm just going to finish this thought and then I'm going to end the stream. The thing with Train Sim World is that it doesn't seem like they really finish their routes. Like, there's no detailing outside of like 30 feet from the trackside. So for me, like, you know how I like all this immersion and stuff like that. It really, I lose the immersion when I'm driving a train and I look out the window and there's roads that are like overlapping each other and then just, you know, end, and there's no traffic on the roads or anything like that. Like, it just lacks detail just outside of the trackside, and I don't like that. It feels really lazy to me. So, oh, you guys did see that. Okay. I don't know what happened, but I think maybe my computer might be getting too warm or something. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I think it's a fun game. I really like the idea of being able to like go into first person mode and like walk around and throw the switches and uncouple the cars and then jump in the engine and drive it and stuff like that. I think that that's really cool, and I wish that Trainz had that. But I mean, as far as detail goes and stuff like that, outside of the cab of the train and, you know, the immediate right of way, there's really nothing to look at, and I just am bothered by that. So all right, well, I think I'm gonna call it quits here. I think my computer is telling me that it's had enough punishment for the day, so I'm gonna call it quits. We got a cool little interchange thing going on here. I'll do some work off camera later on and tune this up a little bit more. But I'm happy with this. I hope you guys didn't get too bored with this. But I had a lot of fun doing this, and I plan on improving upon it and continuing to build on it. But this is just a fun route just to sort of experiment with, you know, different, I don't know, build ideas and road markings and whatever kind of crazy stuff I can come up with. But let me save it. And then I guess that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed hanging out today. I had a lot of fun. So enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you guys next time. So long.